Producers, here is 5 reasons you'll stay broke unless you fix these today. Number 1 is the poverty loop. Wrong inputs, wrong time horizon. Here's the hard truth. You confuse activity with progress. So you're working hard, but on the wrong things, and that's why you're stuck. And so you might ask, what is an example of the wrong thing? Here is one of the most common things that I run into when talking to producers. Losing method. The producer makes 5 beats a day. They'll send 1 pack every couple of weeks with no real consistency. And so you're maxing your ability to make music, but then you have no marketing reps. At a certain point, you start to get diminishing returns. Here's a winning method that I actually learned from Mike Hector. You make 1 beat a day, and then you send multiple packs daily. You confirm they were heard, used, and then you follow up the next day. And most people don't do that because it sucks and you're gonna get left on red and you don't know how to get in contact with people. And so you go back to doing the safe thing, which is make more beats. And what is the wrong time horizon? Wrong time horizon equals the failure to match the risk level of your investments with the amount of time you have to invest. In your 20s, you need to take bigger risks. You really only have about 12 hours a day of free time to work on things. And if you have a job and you go to school, you have even less time. Now, my story, I used to feel productive making beats and waiting around, sending a pack here and there. When I switched to an assembly mindset, 1 beat, 1 loop, 100 distributions daily, that's when everything changed. And so let's look at a flywheel versus a doom loop. A flywheel is small yet consistent steps in the right direction, the accumulation of the visible results. People line up because they are energized by the results, and then momentum is built over time, which makes achieving greater results easier. And here's a good definition. A business flywheel describes a self-reinforcing cycle where each effort builds on the last to generate momentum and accelerate growth. Unlike a doom loop, where inconsistent efforts lead to a decline, a successful flywheel is a powerful, aligned set of components that work together, creating superior results and sustained growth from the accumulation of small wins over time. It is safe to say that 95% of people are in this doom loop of make a couple beats a day, send a pack here and there. Their Instagram looks like shit. They send 1 or 2 DMs a month. They feel bad about themselves because no one responded and they give up. Only a few percent of producers have really figured out the flywheel and how to network and distribute. Let's go to number 2. It's my favorite. This is the lottery syndrome. I've been saying this forever. Lottery syndrome is you waking up, you hit the slot machine for the day, and you pray for a big placement. You have no systems, no pipeline, and I can tell you right now that my catalog came from hundreds, thousands of boring reps, outreach, studio sessions, flake studio sessions, content, sound kits, follow-ups, signings, failure to sign, like it doesn't end. Stop trying to hit the lottery, stack your skills, and ship product. Beats, sound kits, templates, placements, it doesn't matter, but you need to figure out how to package what you have and then distribute it and follow up. 100 actions a day is going to be the bar if you really want to be successful in the music industry. Entitlement versus iteration. The market doesn't owe you. Copy what works, then earn the right to innovate. If a sound kit structure sells, replicate it. Make your 100 sales and then tweak one part of it. You're not stealing ideas, you're figuring out how to make this thing work for you. Once you know how to make it work, then you can start to iterate. Inputs versus outputs. It doesn't work. No, you didn't do enough of it for long enough. Don't do 100 DMs over 6 weeks. Do 100 a day until you hit the number, period. Here is my line in the sand. No more slots, assembly line only. Every day I work on one thing, I ship it and I put it in front of 100 people. If you want placements or you wanted big advances or fans or beat kit sales, earn them through process. And to give you an example of what I mean, this is the lottery, waking up, sending a pack here and there. And this is how you build a system that's gonna work for you. So you have actions taken at the top and then a beats to pack ratio. How many beats do you make versus how many packs do you send? What does that ratio look like? If you make 100 beats in a month and you only sent 5, 10, 15 packs, something is wrong. You don't need to make 100 beats a month. You need to figure out how to send out 100 packs a month or 1,000 packs a month. If you figured out how to really grind and send 100 packs or 100 beats a day for a month, do you really think that nothing would come from it? It's almost impossible. Number 3, and this is my favorite, mentorship versus solo leveling. The GOAT anime, by the way. Insider plays, not theory. A mentor teaches you what to learn, what to ignore, and in what order. So you have fewer dead ends, faster wins, and more money down the line. Networks you can't DM your way into. A mentor is going to have connections to artists, producers, managers, A&Rs, which is going to set you up to have collaborations, placements, gigs, all because somebody credible who built their network vouches for you. Confidence, this is a big one. You're going to get feedback and reps in. You're going to make faster decisions, release more, negotiate higher, and clarity with focus kills hesitation. So when you have a mentor overseeing what you're doing, you usually have more confidence because you know that somebody who's already done the thing is helping you now do the thing too. So what's the difference between the two? Mentors compress time, whereas solo leveling strengthens muscle. And you have to pick your tax. Either give up money now because the mentor is helping you out, or it's months or years of pain. In the music industry, it's really years of pain, not months. Bigger dream outcomes plus higher odds you get them in less time with less effort and more money down the road. That's why I think mentorship beats solo leveling. As somebody who's been a solo leveler, it's tough out here. And the equation is maximum outcome, minimize time/effort. Here's a drawing that I made to replicate what it's like to have a mentor versus solo level. This was me. I solo leveled. I knew nobody. I had to figure this shit out the hard way. And this was how it was. I'd go in, I'd try to get to the next step, maybe I'd get up and then I'd fall. I'd have to restart and get back up and do it again. And I just kept failing. And right around here, this is the scar zone. This is where a lot of producers give up. They're broke, they're stressed, they're ashamed, their parents are on their ass, their girlfriends are questioning their decisions in life. You feel like a loser, nothing is working for you. And this truly is help. Whereas a mentor is going to help you avoid all the mistakes that they made to allow you to focus and hop to the next level every step of the way. And in fact, when you have a mentor, you never really even start here. You kind of start here or here, depending. So you have a huge advantage. You crush time because you don't have to go and figure out how to get back up because you never fall off the platform. That's assuming that you have a mentor who is great and not going to lead you astray. I made an example of, here's the mentor. He's got the 1,000-yard stare because he's been here. The mentee is still hyped and excited and rejuvenated and just glad to be here. And that's not to say you don't deal with shit as a mentee, but it is significantly less than what the mentor had to overcome in order to get there. I've had countless friends give up in that 4 to 7 year period because they keep falling off the wagon and it's so tough to get back up and start over again. And I myself have had to start back over again many times, and it can be challenging. My mission with this content is to teach what I wish I would have known. I don't want other people to have to suffer in the ways that I and many others have had to. It doesn't mean that I want you to be ill-prepared or weak. I just want you to be successful and to live out your dreams or to help other people live out their dreams. See, I believe that I was put on this earth to help as many people as I can, and I've been fortunate enough to live the life that I live. And through my content, if I can impact even one producer's career or one person's life, it's a win for me, but I'm pushing to help as many people as I can. Now let's talk about number 4, which is skills that print money. Market valued skills. This is applicable to any industry, by the way. Irresistible offers. This is your ability to make an offer that sounds so good, people want to be a part of it. And a lot of times people will try to lower their price in order to incentivize, but really you just need to raise the value of what it is that you're offering and work on your ability to get people into it. Number 2 is distribution and networking. So this is inputs and outputs. Your ability to distribute what you work on and get it in front of other people and then network and build relationships is arguably the most valuable skill you could have in the music industry. If creating music was the solution to making it in the music industry, you wouldn't be where you're at right now, because everybody makes music, and that's not what's going to move the goalpost, especially not in today's world where it's never been easier to make good music. Now it's about your ability to distribute your sound and be heard and be seen by as many people as possible, your ability to network and build relationships and get people to like you and invite you to the studio and vice versa. The third is great business funnels. It's your ability to create urgency and add bonuses and make people want to buy into whatever it is that you are doing. An awesome example is 2 days ago, I posted on my Instagram. I'll actually add the video here. You don't have to guess what to do next in the music industry. Today, I opened up 10 slots to my producer community on School. In Producer Union, I do a weekly live call every Tuesday at 12 p.m. I provide important frameworks, and I have videos, PDFs, and courses explaining everything that I've done. Most importantly, there's a growing producer community of over 80 members, and we have an Instagram group chat where we talk daily. We were #1 in music last week. Now we're #2. You join today and we take it back. Comment Union and I'll DM you the link. I'm only allowing 10 people to join, and this does end at midnight today. The next is social proof. So as you're putting things out into the world, you want to collect your reviews, the results from other people, referrals, resells. Build it up over time. It's going to be a valuable asset to you. The next one is monetization sequences. And I learned this through Alex Hormozy, so I take no credit for it. You have attraction offers. What are you offering? Beats, kits, songs, a free trial. You have upsells, your ability to get that person to spend even more money with you. Downsells, which is less of, think, same product, less of the product, little bit of a lower price. If you charge $30 for your product and that person only has 20 bucks, you say, hey, I will give you the product, but it will not have this one thing. And if they agree to it, great. That's a downsell. And you now collected $20, which you would not have collected otherwise. And then continuity. This is like community stuff, drops and then collab circles. Really what I'm getting at here is you need to build up your e-commerce muscle, your sales muscle, your marketing muscle, your networking and distribution muscle. Because once you add these skill sets, you will unlock a life that almost feels illegal. You turn into a rainmaker. That means that anywhere you go, you are printing money. And that's a very valuable skill. You could go into any field and be a rainmaker because you understand the concepts of everything we just talked about. So here's an example. You, the rainmaker, get a wide audience of people to care about what you're doing. You have a product or a website or something that gets them interested. They give you their money, and that turns you into a money printer. And that's what I want for you. Number 5, traits that build superstars. Consistency over intensity. Consistency is small, repeatable actions you can sustain daily that compound into results, while intensity is motivation. It's, oh, I'm so motivated to do this thing right now. It's short bursts of effort that feel really big, but then they fade fast. It's staying up all night, making a video or making beats, and then waking up the next day lazy and sluggish and tired. And that's great, and I've created some awesome things through intensity, but I've found that consistency beats everything else by a long shot. Do the rule of 100. DMs, emails, content minutes, learning a new skill. Do 100 primary actions. Next one is outcome obsession. So that is from open to goal. You don't stop at, I worked hard today. You stop at, I actually hit today's results. I have a list of things written down in my book that I need to get done. And it's not going to be, I worked hard and got a lot of them done. It's, I'm not stopping until it's done. Data versus feelings. A lot of people feel like they should do something, or they feel like they shouldn't do something. But if you just collect data, it will teach you. Whether it's videos or content or kits, doesn't matter. But make 3 or 4 videos, test them, then make 70% of your next videos from the top 10% performers. Keep the winners, kill the losers. People don't test enough and they don't pay attention to their data. I go to my YouTube, I check the analytics, I see what resonates with people, and I go, great, let me make more of that content. Long time horizons. So big goals require patience. Great careers take 5 to 10 years, even when you know what to do. You need to plan like a decade player. There's no overnight success here. I have always thought from 10 years out. And that doesn't mean that I knew what I was going to be doing, but every action that I've taken over the course of my career, I've always thought I'm going to be in this for the next 20, 30, 40 years. So it doesn't really matter what today is like. It's, am I setting myself up for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now? And I don't see enough people who are able to accept that, especially when you're younger. You want everything now right in front of you. And if you don't have it, you feel like a loser. And so you compare yourself to other people, you're impatient, and you constantly flip-flop between things because you're not willing to allow things to grow. The next one is a bias for action and doubling down. Test until something works and then go all in until it breaks. Win or learn, both move you forward. And failure is really just data, so use it. A bias for action is your ability to immediately do something rather than thinking about doing it. And doubling down is your ability to repetitively do the thing, win or lose. You always want to have a bias for action. You will do well in life, and your current market value will increase exponentially no matter where you go, because people will see that you just do things rather than thinking about them. Scorekeeper mindset. This has taken me a long time to understand. You need to know your numbers, always. Outreaches, opens, replies, listens, downloads, sales. In my case, running a software company has taught me that I need to understand churn and average order value and all the metrics that you need to know when you run a software company. But even in the music industry, if at any point in time you can see how many packs you sent, how many beats you made, how many people responded, how many people are actually downloading, or how many songs you have data and you can keep track of what is going on. And here's the truth. Pros track every stat and they improve on their bottlenecks. If you notice that you are making 100 beats a month, but you are only sending 20 packs, obviously you need to flip that. It's more valuable for you to make 20 beats in the month and send out 100 ideas rather than making 100 ideas and only sending out 20. You have to think about what is going to give you the most return for your time. And the last one, volume bias. More targeted reach outs equals more engaged leads. You just need to do more volume is really the gist of what I'm getting at. More content, more send outs, more DMs or more emails, but probably less beats, because many people have 1,000, 2,000, even 3,000 beats on their hard drive with less than 20 or 30 placements. And so if you just do the math on that, you have a 1% success rate. And that's great, and publishing's awesome, and you get royalty checks every quarter. Trust me when I tell you, you want to get as many songs so that it will pay you for the rest of your life. And so now you know the poverty loops, the beliefs, skills, and traits to escape broke producer land. By the way, this is a map of everybody in the school community. Insane. People are flying from Germany over to the US, or the US to Germany, New York, Atlanta. It's a beautiful thing to see. My goal with this community is for somebody to join it, say, hey, I want to go to LA, click on the many people that live there, and I'm going to DM Noah right now and say, hey, Noah, I saw you have a studio. I plan to go to LA on these dates. Will you be free? And he can do that for everybody in the community, so that when he lands, from day one, he's with other producers in the studio and ultimately networking and working towards their goals. A little bit of a backstory on me. You may not know this. When I first went to LA by myself in 2015, I had plans to meet up with several producers, and I was hyped. I was still working a day job at this point in time, so I put in my hours that I wouldn't be available. I spent my entire paycheck on my flight, my hotel stay, got in my hotel, texted the producers, and nobody got back to me. And I sat in my hotel room for 3 or 4 days, waiting for people to hit me back, texting them multiple times, calling them. I felt like a loser. I thought, I will never let this happen again. I will work harder than other people. I will build up a network. I will build up a brand so that people respect me and my time. And I ended up having to call my dad to say, hey, I don't have any money. Could you help me get a flight back home? So on top of feeling like a loser, then I felt ashamed because I had no money to get back to my hometown, which in hindsight was stupid to do that. I just didn't want to give up the opportunity because it was really important to me. And when I landed back and my dad picked me up, I remember the anger I felt. And I wasn't mad at anybody particularly. I was angry that people didn't see the value in me. And so I promised to myself that I would never let that happen again. I built up a YouTube channel, had a strong following, started making a lot of money. And then over time, people were reaching out to me, and when I would go to LA, I was meeting up with important people. I remember being in the studio back, this is like SoundCloud era, with Big Head and DJ Flip and G Meals and all those guys, thinking, damn, I can't believe I'm here right now. And much of that came from YouTube and content in general. So that is a big part of why I created this community. I wanted to build this amazing network of serious producers. I wanted to educate people on all of my pitfalls so that they could avoid those mistakes. And then I wanted to physically talk to producers every single week. And so on my calendar, every Tuesday at 12 p.m., we get on the phone together, we talk, they ask me questions, I record the calls, and then I post them into the school community. And I also do interviews with other important producers. So let's reiterate each point. Poverty loop, wrong inputs. Look, you're working on the wrong things. If you're just making a bunch of beats a day and barely sending them out, you're not gonna change your life and circumstances. But if you make one or two, and then you send out as many as you can and confirm that they're actually hearing it or using it, your life's gonna change. And that's gonna require you to potentially travel here and there, build up your brand on social media, post content. It's gonna take trial and error, ultimately. Number two is the lottery syndrome. Way too many producers are just waiting for this. Oh, I hope I could work with Drake one day, and you might. One placement is not gonna feed you forever, I promise you that. Been there, done that. You need to come up with systems. Everybody is going to be different in what works for them, but most of you suffer from the same thing. You have way more beats than packs that have been sent out, and that ratio is killing you. It's not about letting beats sit on your hard drive, it's about pushing them out into the world. You need to build up your distribution network. And number three is mentorship. Look, you get to choose if you want to do this alone or if you want help. And if you want help, just know that the taxes, you're gonna forego a percentage or money or something in the immediate, but you're gonna save years of time. If you decide to solo level it, you're gonna strengthen your muscles and your resilience and your ability to figure things out, but it's going to cost you a lot of time. And it costed me 7 to 10 years to break through. And I promise you, I got some scars, man. Number four, skills that print money. Figure out how to build irresistible offers, build up your distribution network, create easy business funnels on websites, have your social proof, your monetization sequences. You do those things and it will systematically change your life. It won't feel legal. You will think you are breaking the law because you will be a rainmaker. And number five, traits that build superstars. Intensity is cool, motivation's cool, but that shit is fleeting. It's consistency. It's the small, repeatable actions you can sustain daily that compound into these massive results. All these placements you see behind me, the shit I haven't ordered, all the streams we've gotten, you haven't seen the boring actions we've taken every single day to make them happen. We didn't just manifest them. We took thousands of boring actions to get to where we are now. Outcome obsessions. Don't write a goal down and work on it. Write a goal down, get it done. It will substantially change your life and how you view yourself. Data and feeling. Let data teach you. Stop guessing. Just view the data. It will tell you what you need to know. Long time horizons. Big goals require patience. Relax. Doesn't mean you shouldn't work hard, but it's not gonna happen overnight. And if it does happen overnight, that's terrifying. It's gonna disappear just as quickly as you made it happen. Bias for action. People who think about stuff all day, do nothing, and then feel bad about themselves. Get shit done, double down on it. The scorekeeper mindset. Know your numbers always. How many packs did you send out? How many people did you DM? How many people did you email? How much this, how much that? Know the numbers and stick to it and follow it up day over day, month over month, year over year. Volume bias. More targeted reach outs equals more engaged leads. As you do more volume, you will really narrow down who likes your sound or who likes your sound kits or who likes your content. And you can start to niche down into that, which will compound and get you greater results. My name is Haf. I've been fortunate enough to get hundreds of placements and billions of streams, run a successful sounds marketplace. I now enjoy teaching people everything that I wish I would have known. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like or a comment and consider subscribing if you enjoyed watching. If there's a video you want to see next from me, let me know.